Dun dun dun, I don't know. I got caught up editing and kind of oh, that's hot. I don't usually take baths in the middle of the day when I have all kinds of stuff to do, but it's gotten chaotic. There's so much stuff down here. Here's all the mess that it left. Hey y'all, hey, Erica with Time to Shrink. Welcome to day 6 of the Squeaky Clean Challenge. Let's just jump right into it, y'all. So coffee, same old, except for I did switch up the nut pod flavoring. Ooh, crazy, crazy. This is the Bones, one of the Christmas coffees. It's like got coconut and caramel. So I used caramel nut pod creamer, and I am really loving how the nut pod creamer tastes. I never thought I would be one that could convert from dairy to a non-dairy creamer. I've tried everything on the shelf, y'all. I've tried them all, and none of them ever tasted good enough to me, and I would just end up tossing it. But heavy cream often tends to upset my stomach. Even when I get the organic, the carrageenan free, it tends to upset my stomach. So I've been really trying to find a way to still enjoy my coffee, and nut pod seems to be the answer. The ones in the refrigerated section are my absolute favorite, but they're hard to find. My Target does carry it, but not in a ton of flavors. So generally I just get them off Amazon or Nutrition or Thrive, one of those kind of places, and just stock up. And I can get a few different flavors that way. I really like the caramel. I really like the French vanilla. The holiday nog I have been loving. Oh my gosh, I love the holiday nog. But of course that's seasonal, so it won't be here forever. But I think I have one more of those. But if you haven't tried nut pods and you're looking for a way to either cut dairy some or to kind of do a dirty fast where you don't eat food till later in the day but you still want to drink your coffee and you're not a black coffee drinker, this is a way to stay under the 50 calories. And dirty fasting basically just means we're keeping the calories to almost nothing, so no drink or anything can have over 50 calories. And for 3 tablespoons of this, it's 0 carbs and 30 calories, so that's a really generous dose of it, and I'm able to drink this while putting off my eating window some. Today I have a pretty full day of just background stuff. I do want to get a few house chores done, but I have a lot of just like work stuff that I need to do for my YouTube channel and just like background stuff. So just going to be one of those days. It looks like it's kind of yucky outside anyways, and so I'm just going to try and attack all of that stuff and then hopefully be able to make it to yoga tonight. I'm planning to do yoga tonight. Definitely woke still feeling kind of fibromyalgia flary, but not as bad as it was 2 days ago, and definitely not as bad as yesterday. So we are moving forward. All right, y'all, I just sat down with my coffee and I was going to do my morning. It's not really a devotional that I'm doing this year. This is more just like words to live by every day by Hoda Kotb. And so I did this for today, and then I was going to sit here and look at my plan for the day, and I had a meeting, and then I have all this stuff to do and have yoga tonight at 6. So I know I'm going to yoga, absolutely. All this stuff, looking at all this stuff that I need to do today is making me feel extremely overwhelmed. I don't know what we're going to get accomplished today. but I'm going to go make a Zip Fizz and start drinking on that, and I do have another video to edit, so I think I'm going to do that first because that's relatively mindless work, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have to think too much about it, but it needs to be done type thing. So I think I'm going to do that and then maybe go into some of the house chores. And I'm trying to rest a lot today because I really want to go to yoga tonight. I do not want to miss my yoga tonight, so if other things have to be put off, they have to be put off, but it is what it is. Yesterday, I got almost everything done that I wanted. I did a chore, I rested, did a chore, I rested. Got so much accomplished and I felt so good about it. It helps me to write everything down and make lists, but then sometimes the lists are overwhelming. Are y'all ever like that? Anyways, let me go get to work and I will check in with y'all when I eat lunch. It's 11:30 and I'm feeling really hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat lunch today. And let's see what we have. I I would really like to eat some of this pimento cheese and pork rinds, but I think maybe I'll save that for a snack later. I don't know. This is that Asian coleslaw and chicken that I had the other day. This is some leftover pork belly. Tiny bit of grilled chicken. Back there is buffalo chicken dip. That sounds good. And then I have my chicken cauli rice, fried rice. I think I'm gonna go for some buffalo chicken dip. I haven't had this in forever. So I make my buffalo chicken dip ahead of time in bulk, and then we just heat it up. You could eat it cold, but I'm gonna heat it up and eat it with some pork rinds. I think that is what I will have for lunch today, y'all. All right, so I've got my buffalo chicken dip. I'm gonna heat it up in the microwave real quick, y'all. On my list today of things to do is clean this microwave. Our microwave is really, really disgusting right now. I definitely like buffalo chicken dip better hot. I can't even tell you the last time I ate this, but it's what sounded good when I was looking through the fridge today, so that's what we're gonna go for. With Jason working out of the house, he's got the dining room table, and our house is like one big room. If you're not, no ma'am, that's not your food. No thank you. So Jason set up this desk for me in here so I could work from in here. So like I had a meeting this morning, a Zoom type meeting. So this is like my new spot. I need to figure out a desk for me that I could add in my bedroom, y'all. So I thought about putting one here, but sorry, it's a mess. But thought about putting one right there, see where that desk is, but get one. That was something that somebody gave us after the fire. Super functional, but I don't really care for it. But I thought I could put a functional desk there, but then I'm not sure about a chair right beside my bed. And then like over here, hi baby girl. Over here, this is my desk that I used to use like a long time ago. And this was something that made it through the fire and I kept because it was an antique. Anyways, I thought about using this desk here. I think that may be what I do because I'd be more comfortable putting a chair over here than over here. And yes, I should have made my bed. I know. So y'all let me know what you think. I really would like to know. And I'm thinking like if I do a chair in here, should I do like an acrylic chair so that it's like kind of blends in and you don't see it? Or like what kind of desk chair would I do in my bedroom? Because I want it to look nice. And I'm thinking about getting rid of that exercise bike. I never use it. I just do yoga. I didn't like the exercise bike all that much. I don't know. I might put that on Facebook Marketplace. These are the pork rinds that I have. So this is what I'm going to use to dip my yummy buffalo dip. I wish I had some blue cheese to mix in it, but we don't have any. While this video is rendering, it's a long one. It's an Aldi Keto Finds video that's going to be coming up. It's going to take a little while. So one of the things on my list of things to do today was this. It's gotten chaotic. There's so much stuff down here that most of it doesn't need to be here. So I'm going to sit here and try and tackle a small organizational project that I know, project. A small organizational project that I know will make me feel so much better. So let's sit down and do this. Okay, this is my 2018-2019 planner. Yeah, probably don't need this sitting on top of my desk. A book that I'm never gonna read. Some bills to file. A glass that's been sitting here for days. Yeah, it's just a mess, y'all. It is a mess. This is the book that I am going to read next, y'all. The Case for Keto. Gary Taubes is my favorite health author. I can't say that word very well. My favorite health writer. He wrote Good Fat, Bad Fat, and that changed my life. Like years and years and years ago. That's when I kind of went paleo. A long time ago, literally more than 10 years ago. Well, he just came out with The Case for Keto, and I'm so excited to read this. So this is going to stay here, and hopefully I'll start getting into this. One of my goals for this year is to really plan each day and plan in pockets for work, pockets for home stuff, pockets for self-care stuff. And I've kind of started doing that. So one of the self-care things is going to be a little bit of reading. And also when I go to bed at night, I'm reading instead of like on the camera the whole day. Not on the camera. Instead of on the phone or the computer until I fall asleep, I'm making myself read before I fall asleep. But I cannot read nonfiction at night. Nonfiction gets your mind going, right? Like if you're reading educational books, you're thinking. So you need to read things that are nonfiction and just kind of fun, easy reads at night, and it helps your mind wind down and it helps you sleep. Helps you fall asleep, and it also helps you sleep better. So that's a new thing that I'm trying as well. But anyways, this book, I haven't read it yet, but I know I'm gonna love it because I love everything that he's ever written. Top tackled, and then we'll do the bottom. We don't need two of those. So this is what I generally like to have sitting here. My planner looks just like this, but it's in the kitchen. I oftentimes will leave my planner on the top of this. But over here I've got a candle, and I've got my essential oils burner. This is my favorite. It's so pretty, and just like a remote for the fan. Then I keep, these are blue light blocking glasses. I never wear them. I probably should just get rid of them. But this is just like some pens and highlighters. I always keep a chapstick. This is the one I'm obsessed with these days, Aquaphor. Then I always keep salt, because if I'm feeling really dizzy or headachy, a lot of times it means that I need sodium. So I keep Malden sea salts by my bed. So, and then my remotes for the TV and the book that I'm currently reading. All right. So that is all cleaned and looks good, and now we're going to tackle all of this. I don't need this anymore, I don't think, or it needs to be somewhere else. I don't use it very often. I've got a million of these clipboards for a million different things. I don't even know. Planner that I love. This is my friend Elizabeth came out with this. Your Abundant Meal Planner Grocery List Planner. This is really, really cool. My friend Elizabeth came out with this. It is on Amazon. Some books. Oh, there's a mouse pad. I could use that on the desk behind me over here. Some books. A stack of the books. Most of these do not need to be over here. Woo! Clipboard. Another clipboard. This is last year's planner, and I did really, really like it. Live Rich planner. I really, really liked it a lot, but it was expensive, so I ended up going with a cheaper version for my planner for this year. But I did really, really enjoy this planner, but I don't need that, so that's in the go pile. My Bible. I've had this Bible almost my entire life, so this is definitely a keeper. Don't need this magazine. Oh, my friend Elizabeth also came out with this Your Abundant Life Planner for 2021. It's like set up into 90-day segments, and I am totally gonna use this. I might do this later today and plan out, like I have a lot of goals for work, and I'd like to use this for my work planning. So I'm excited about this. I have not gotten into it yet, but there's like daily planners, but there's also like all this stuff for planning out projects. So if for home projects or work projects, she breaks it down so easily to make a plan and into like actionable steps, and it's really, really nice. So I'm probably going to be using this. I'll share more about this as I use it. So that is going to go in the Keep old journal. Let's see. Antibacterial wipes probably don't need to live there. Contentment Journal. This is really, really cool. My friend, I think this came from Ashley at Crow Gal. Really, really, maybe. No, she gave me this one. 52 lists. 52 lists for calm. very, very cool book. And then the Contentment Journal, I think I bought this for myself and then I never did it. So maybe I'll do the Contentment Journal as, let's see how many days are in it. I think it's 90 days. So maybe for one of my 90-day challenges that I plan out, I could do like the Contentment Journal. So we're gonna hang on to those. Box of nothing. The Obesity Code, that was a pretty good book. I'm gonna keep it, but it doesn't need to be down here. And then Keto for Women, I'm planning to read through this again this year. I love Leanne Vogel, she's so helpful. And this book actually helps me with my clients a little bit. People that are still on their periods and have different hormonal issues. Her view of keto comes from a woman's point of view, and it is amazing. I highly recommend this book. I recommend this book to my clients. Love this book. So this is definitely one that I want to keep close by. This is my Budget by Paycheck workbook. Also love this, but this is old. This is from last year. I bought a new one of this, but in print form, so I could just, or in online form, so I could just print it out as I wanted it. But her budget planner is freaking amazing, y'all. It's so great. So I'm gonna save I like to save my planners. So y'all, I'm gonna save it, but I'm not gonna use it right now. Here is a notebook that I'm still using. Another notebook. This is one of my favorite books. Ann Voskamp is my favorite Christian author. If you've never read Ann Voskamp, oh my gosh, y'all. I'll try and link all these things down below that I'm talking about. And then another journal. I need a desk, y'all, because there's no storage here and everything's just stacked and I don't like it. I think I'm gonna put my notebooks on one side and then the books that I want to hang on to that I'm gonna go through in the near future, and then the rest of the books that I'm gonna keep, I'm gonna put somewhere else where I store books and not here. So that makes me feel happy. See the bottom of the desk now compared to what it was before? It's just a couple little things, and this will be completely, I should put my Bibles down there. It's completely manageable now. Where before it was just chaos and I hated it and it bothered me all the time. So one organizational project done. Okay, well, not done. Here's all the mess that it left. I've got to deal with all this stuff now, but the before and after's done. I was getting ready to refill my soap dispenser, and I used to use just this doTERRA On Guard and would buy the refills and use this, but now I just use the container. So here's what I do. I combine Dr. Bronner's Pure Cast Iron Soap. This is unscented. You could get scents if you want. And then I combine a little bit of this vegetable glycerin. It keeps your hands from drying out. And then I add whatever I'm feeling essential oil wise for flavor. So I'm still really liking this holiday joy smell. So what I do is I fill it up with water first because this will like really foam up and get really, really bubbly. So I like to go ahead and rinse this out and fill it a decent amount. Then I take my soap and I do a couple big pumps, probably like 2 to 3 tablespoons. And then I take my vegetable glycerin and I do the same thing. 2 full squeezes is what I usually use. You can use however much you want. I take whatever my essential oil is and I add about 10 drops. All right, it's that easy. I love making my own hand soaps, and it is way, way less expensive and you don't get any chemicals. All right, so when I get the top on, I just give it a shake and let it combine. Set it there and it's ready to go. And then, I don't know, obviously self-explanatory. I use it to wash my hands, but I do really, really like these products. I bought these probably 2 to 3 years ago, and they're still, I don't know if you can see that, but this is about 1/4 left, and this is a little less than half left. And I've been using this same stuff to refill this in my bathroom for probably 2 years, y'all. I mean, this stuff last forever. And then I just flavor it or scent it, whatever you want to say, with whatever essential oils sound good to me. If you don't like scents at all, you could skip the scent, or the Dr. Bronner's cast iron soap does come in scents as well. So I just thought, since I was doing that right now, I would share that because I love it, love it, love it. It makes my hands feel really nice and soft, and it's very inexpensive. I was just finishing up my video, and I've got a little bit more work to do on it, but I am just feeling super, super exhausted and super, super achy. This fibro flare these last few days is kind of kicking my butt, but got my new planner this year. I thought I'd show you a blank one first. This is what the week spread looks like. The top is just plain area to write. The bottom is 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. so you can write out your schedule. I love, love, love the grid like this because I can make it any way I want it. And then it also has, like, you know, the monthly spread, but with the monthly spread it has this whole note section on the side. So I really, really like that as well. I usually do a much better job of sectioning off everything. But what I was saying was, I had my big meeting, and then I had stuff that I wanted to do for work. I really wanted to, well, this is the video that you'll be seeing. This is today's video, so I'll edit that tonight for y'all tomorrow. And I just edited my Aldi video, which was down here. But all this stuff in here, I just don't have the energy. And I had two major work things I wanted to work on, but I need full brain power, and I am so brain foggy. I am so brain foggy. So I really, really want to go to yoga tonight. Getting back into yoga is so important to me. This is the first type of exercise I've ever done, Bikram yoga in the hot yoga studio. First exercise I've ever done since my fibromyalgia that doesn't always land me in the bed. It doesn't make me worse off. So it's not as hard to ease into, but it still obviously affects me when I've been doing nothing all this COVID time. And, you know, so all that to say, gosh, y'all, I'm so brain foggy. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. All that to say, I think I'm just going to rest the rest of the day. It is 1:45, so I think I'm just going to rest the rest of the day. I'm going to have one more Zip Fizz. I really do think not having two Zip Fizz a day just doesn't work out super well for me. I just feel better when I get all of that vitamins and electrolytes when I'm salting everything and I'm having 2 Zip Fizz a day. I seem to be more stable as far as how I'm feeling. Today I'm just feeling super foggy, and my neck is really, really hurting, and my body is super achy. So I feel really good that I accomplished 2 whole big tasks, the Aldi video and then the one organizational So I feel really good about that, and I don't feel really good about the decision to rest because I always fight the need to let my body do that. But it's so important. Moderation is so important. Rest is so important when you have chronic illnesses. Well, everybody, rest is important. I just need more than a lot of people. My quantity of need for that is a lot more. So I'm going to take the rest of this time and just have some downtime and not work at all. Maybe watch YouTube, maybe read, maybe take a nap. No, I'm not going to take a nap. I try very hard not to take naps so that my sleep schedule is good. And then we will see when it's time to leave for yoga if I'm able to do it. I'm really hoping that I can push to do it because I know I need to get back to that schedule. I really, really do. On the list for today was cleaning my bathroom, and my sweet hubby is doing it for me since I'm not feeling up to it. This is the benefit of him working from home, or one of them anyways. I'm gonna have a little snack. I'm trying to decide what I want. Obviously, I'm a perfect keto gal. I love, love, love these peanut butter cookies and these chocolate chip cookies. Both are so good. And then these are the different bars that I have. These are my favorite. Peanut butter chocolate chip and cinnamon roll are my first 2. And then my third choice would be birthday cake. I also, where did it go? I have banana bread somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, it's behind here. Here we go. There's the banana bread. I knew I had a banana bread somewhere. The texture and the look of all of these is pretty much the same. So somebody asked me the other day to open one up. So I'm gonna go ahead and have a cinnamon roll keto bar now. So let me open it and kind of let you see what the inside looks like. Okay, this is the back of the cinnamon bar, and this is the back of the banana bread bar. I did want to show you with the ingredients. They have changed their ingredients. They have started adding allulose, and that has definitely made a difference. These original bars, they look like this, and they are a little oily sometimes. If you put them in the refrigerator, the oil will firm up because it's got some NCT oil in there, but it's just a tiny, tiny bit oily. That is the inside. They are delicious, so delicious. But this is the original, and I have not reordered cinnamon lately, so I'm not sure if the formulation has changed with the cinnamon roll as well. But see, it says almond butter, tapioca, collagen, cashews, MCT oil, sunflower lecithin, blah, 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 MCT oil powder, sea salt, and stevia. Okay, now here is the latest. This just came out literally this week. This is the banana one. Almond butter, and then allulose is the second ingredient, where before it was tapioca starch. So almond butter, allulose, collagen, coconut butter, sunflower lecithin, coconut oil, MCT oil powder. So a lot of it is similar. It also has some stevia still and some monk fruit extract, but they definitely are different. Now, I have not, like I said, I have not ordered this reordered cinnamon roll in a while because I stocked up like crazy when they had a big sale. So I have a ton still to go through, and I eat them often. This is probably the one like technically processed food that I kind of don't count as processed because I feel like the ingredients are so clean. But I did want to let you know that they've moved over to using more allulose. All right, so there's the banana one. Man, it smells so banana, super banana strong. And then right here is the cinnamon one. Banana, cinnamon. Obviously it's a little darker because of all the cinnamon in it. I feel like looks-wise and texture-wise, they're pretty similar. This one, like I said, has a little bit of an oily film to it on the outside. It's a little bit oily, where this one does not have that. And I do like that these have allulose because I really like allulose. It sits well with my body, doesn't spike blood sugars, but this doesn't tend to spike my blood sugar either. But I had a couple people ask me to open them and show you what they looked like inside, so there you go. Alright y'all, I'm drawing a bath. I'm going to take a bath. My fibromyalgia pain is pretty rough. So I'm hoping maybe a salt bath, an Epsom salt soak will help. So we shall see. I don't usually take baths in the middle of the day when I have all kinds of stuff to do, but self-care has to come first so that I'll eventually be able to do all those other things, I guess. All right, y'all, we are gonna throw dinner together for tonight. I'm just doing super simple meatballs and marinara sauce. I made my marinara sauce in meal prep. Jason turned the lights on. You can see me now. I made the marinara sauce earlier in the week, so we are just gonna put frozen meatballs that were previously made, and this is gonna be dinner tonight. All right, y'all, dun dun dun. I don't know, I got caught up editing and kind of oh, that's hot. Yeah. Take that off, Jack. Kind of forgot about this, so, all right. I think it looks okay, Jack. You're gonna have to taste it. Ooh. Oh. Steamy. All right, one kid's at soccer, one kid just went out with a friend, so this is like a massive amount of food just for Jack, but not really. The other ones will eat it later, but go ahead and get a fork and taste it. Let's see if the pasta's overcooked or not. I totally forgot about it. I meant to leave it in for half an hour.
I have no clue how long it's been.
This was at 4 hours, so it's been 1 hour and 13 minutes. Is it still edible? Or is it like disintegrating in your mouth?
Very mushy.
Okay, I'm so sorry. All right,
very mushy.
Y'all, this method works awesome if you leave it in for half an hour. If you leave it in for over an hour, yeah, not so much. I feel bad. I should have set a timer. I got caught up in editing a video and totally forgot. It would still be going if Jackson hadn't come in and said, "Is that pasta ready yet, Mom?" So, yeah, enjoy. I'm sorry. Not my best work.
No offense, but I think I'm gonna be having some of that buffalo chicken.
Is it that bad? Oh no. Well, maybe you can dig the meatballs out at least. Oh. Hazel says she'll eat it. Huh, baby? I bet you would. It is 6:30 p.m. y'all, and I have my little girl here. You smell the yummy food, huh? All right, 6:30 p.m. and I am getting ready to eat my chicken stir-fried rice. It's like a cauli rice with chicken. Very Asian influenced. I made it the other day and I'm eating the leftovers. I was gonna cook up some chicken, truthfully. Not chicken. I was truthfully planning to cook up some shrimp to add to this, but my pain levels are pretty high today and I just don't have the energy. So while I made a quick crock pot meal for my family, I also just put this together for me. I'm not even heating it up. I'm eating it cold. I don't know about y'all, I'm probably weird, but I like Asian things cold as well as hot, and if I heated this up, the chicken would get overcooked and I wouldn't be able to eat it. I have issues with that with my VSG. Chicken is something that's really kind of tricky for me. Sometimes it makes me sick, so I would not heat, I can't reheat chicken, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes in the air fryer, but it's tricky, so I'm just going to eat it cold. Hey y'all, it is, what time is it? Hey y'all, it's about 9:15 and I am getting ready to head to bed before too long and just read until I'm ready to go to sleep, hoping to wake up tomorrow feeling a lot better. So I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye y'all.